Good morning, friends. Welcome to GoOnlineTrainings.com. So, today let us understand one more important concept, that is, what is BA? Already you know it, right? So, BA means business intelligence. It is also called as a data analytics, right? So, BA means reporting the past or understanding the past is called as a business intelligence, or data analytics means data science means what? Predictions. Predicting the future is called as a data science, or it is called as artificial intelligence or machine learning, blah blah blah, right? So uh, now Power BI is started. First of all, Power BI service is started in January 2015. App.powerbi.com it is started. Then later, Power BI desktop is released after 6 months. In July 2015, it is a desktop. Whatever you're installing when you open Power BI, and this one is released later. So Power BI, the first version installed, that is app.powerbi.com, that is a cloud service, got released into the market in 2015, right? So this is a desktop software. This got released in the month of July, right? Then later they have released Power BI Report Server and Power BI Mobile. So all these things, different versions they have. But remember, Power BI is released in 2015. But whereas MSBI, prior to Power BI, it got released in year 2005, right? So Power MSBI has three tools. What are they? SSIS, and today SSIS is rocking, and we have SSAS. Today SSAS is also rocking. MSBI, SSRS reporting. Today, many of the companies are not using this tool. They are going for Power BI desktop software to create reports. But SSIS and SSAS and Power BI, so these three tools you have to learn without fail. And apart from that, you have to learn data warehousing concept, and the next one I'm going to be giving you SQL Server, right? SQL Server already you have taken, right? So these are the tools that we are going to be learning next 2 to 3 months. So in this will be the paid course. This will be the paid course. Power BI will be the paid course, and this is a free course, and SSAS is a free course for you, right? So SSIS is a paid, and Power BI is a paid course. SQL Server is a paid course. SSAS will be free, and data warehousing will be free, right? So these are the courses that you're going to be learning, and if you have combinations, nobody can stop you. So these people are able to crack the interview not because they know Power BI. No, 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 no. Only Power BI. You never get a job, I'm telling you. They told me, sir, 70% of interview question they asking from SQL Server only, sir. And they have asked SSIS and Power BI, data warehousing, SSAs, remaining only 30%. Since I am very good in SQL Server, I am able to crack these interviews. Now I don't have any fear, right? And apart from that, he has done one end-to-end project also. That is also there. And we have two projects. One is a free project, so that you will be able to get one. And if you wanted to get second project, this will be the end-to-end project, and you can also paid project. This is, you can also have this. You can keep these two projects in your CV, right? So all these things part of your course, and you need to thoroughly practice. And skill is not very complex when you have a proper guru, right? Proper teachers. When you have any skill, you can just take it. It is just a time. If you get a time, anything you can learn very easily. I make it very simple, right? So now I wanted to open Power BI. Now this is how you need to open Power BI. So when you wanted to get the data, so where normally we go into transform data. This is what is called Power Query. Click on the this one. So you will be able to get one more window. You will be able to get one more window. You know that the first window called Power BI desktop, second window is called Power Query editor window. As I told you, you will be able to use new source to extract the data. We can use these menu options for the transformating the data, and close and apply to load the data to the Power Pivot. This is L. So this window will get closed and all the data will be loaded to where all the data will be loaded to the Power Pivot. This is what is called Power Pivot, right? So I wanted to tell you today something about Power Query. What all you have in Power Query? Let me tell you one by one. I wanted to get some data. Go to new source, click on Excel workbook. I wanted to go to D drive and don't store the files which I've given in the C drive. If you have a D drive, create, or don't store anything in the downloads folder. So don't keep anything like this. So you better, if you don't have a D drive, at least go to C drive, create one folder and store your data, saying that Power BI data. You create one folder in C drive, or the better is in D drive. You create one folder, Power BI source data. I want to take Adventure Works retail data. So click on OK, right? Now, you people are learning SQL Server now, so I am not concentrating on SQL Server. Otherwise, we will concentrate on SQL Server later. But SQL Server is not very important to understand Power BI. But why are you learning SQL Server? Because to get the job opportunity without SQL Server knowledge, you will not be able to get a not even single call, because 70% of the interview questions are going to come. If you have a time, take Power BI SQL Server parallelly. But if you don't have a time, finish Power BI and then later you can go in for SQL Server. But I strongly recommend, so you accommodate some time parallelly, because if you take one by one means it will take 6 to 8 month course. 6 to 8 months course, because Power BI nothing is there. Power BI nothing is there. You attend my Power BI class, just practice for half an hour or 1 hour, not more than that, and you practice more and more SQL Server. Okay. So I take customer table, products table, sales table, click on OK. All the data is going to be loading into where? Power Query here. So I wanted to simply refresh the data so that you have latest data. Now, if you understand, so this is the data I'm getting from where? From Excel sheet. Like that, I can also get the data from SQL Server. You don't know how to open SQL Server, don't worry. I am going to open this, go to start. So don't worry about SSMS. When you click on SSMS, you will be able to get this. So people who do not know SQL Server, don't worry now. So all of them simply ignore now, because all these things you will understand very soon. So no worries at all. So server name dot and Windows authentication. This is a dot. So you can connect. So you will be able to get this, and you have a lot of databases. You can also get the data from some database. You have company database and you have employee table. You can get the data from any database, or I have a iBank database. I can get the data from iBank. So all these things are available part of your SQL Server case studies. iBank case study you have, then you have school case study, supplier case study. You have all of them part of your SQL Server program. So please continue to learn that as well. So I have a lot of data. Now I wanted to, let us say, take some data from iBank. So even though you don't have now, you can ignore this step. So what are the tables I have? If you wanted to see the data in SQL Server, so first you need to go here, write a command, select star from table name. So this is a code that you are going to be writing. Then click on execute. You will be able to see all the data. So to see the data, this is the command you should know, right? So what is the command? Select star. Select means get star. Star means all data. All data from which table? From this table. Or you can simply remove them and write the table name and click on execute. But remember, you have to point to your database. For example, sometimes if you point to company database and click on execute, it will tell you it is not available, right? For example, I have banana in my home, but you are searching banana in your home. So what happens? Banana is not available. in your home, right? So you need to go to proper place. Where is this data? This table is available. When you go to iBank, the table is available here. But you're saying, when you're saying company, it is not a company. You need to go and change this database name and click on execute. So it is going to work. Make sure where it is available and which one you're pointing to. Clear? So this is what you need to understand. Tomorrow, if you wanted to say, I have an employee table, so you remove this and you click on employee table, try to execute. Will it work? So it is not going to work because it is pointing to iBank. So what you need to do? You have to go to company because it is available in company. So under tables, when you expand, it is available. So you will be able to execute. Something like that. Okay? So to get the data, we can use all of them. Now I can also go click on SQL Server. Now don't worry about SQL Server and everything now. Server name is dot database name. What is the database name? The database name is this is the database name. What is the database name? iBank, right? So you can say what is the database name. So this is the database name I'm talking about. So iBank, right? You can copy this, you can paste, or you can type the database name iBank, or you can copy and paste and click on OK. So now you are connecting to SQL Server to get the data. As I told you, account master table, or you can take one more table, whatever the tables that you need. So I have taken two tables, click on OK. So I'm able to get some more data. Now, once you get the data, now it is a Power BI data. It is no more. You don't know whether it is Excel data or whether it is SQL Server data. No more worries because it is now Power BI data. So all the data is Power BI data. That is what you need to understand. Now let me tell you, Power Query has a few things. So this is what is called Power Query, right? The first window you have to know, this is what is called query window. Okay, where you will be able to have all the tables. You will be able to have all the tables, or you can also write a query. What is the query? Select star from table name is a query, right? So whatever you're writing here, what is this? This is a command or nothing but a query. When you write the query, you get the table. So it is saying this is a query window or a table. So in Power Query Editor, you will be able to get query. How many tables you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is showing you 5, right? This is one thing that you got to understand. So this is one window. Second window you have to know, that is query settings window. Clear? In the query settings window, you have to see. So this is what I clicked on, and the same name it is showing. Clear? So the properties you have, the properties window, the name. If you wanted to rename, for example, I go to customer table, I wanted to rename this table. I say cust underscore info. Press enter. When you press enter, you see the table name is modified. So in the query settings window, you will be able to rename the table. You should be able to rename the table. For example, tomorrow I wanted to rename sales table. Click on this. Now you go. It is sales online. Online sales. Press enter. So the name is modified. Clear? So that is what you got to understand. So this. Clear? So whatever account master you wanted to say, this is what is called account master table. So you can write like that. So when you press enter, the table name is modified. Or tomorrow you wanted to remove something and press enter, the table name is going to be modifying. So whatever you do it, so everything can be done here in the query settings window. Right now I go to this is a customer table, right? Let me go and customer table. So I have a customer ID, customer name, customer title, first name, middle name, last name. So I do some changes here. What is the changes I do? I go to, let us say, I go to region. I have a region. So this column in the customer table, click on the customer. click on the region. I wanted to do some modifications. What I do? I go to transform and I wanted to format and change everything into uppercase. If you see, if I do some changes, these are the steps automatically getting. What are these steps? These are what is called ETL steps. Clear? ETL steps already applied on the customer table. So this I did not do it. This I did not do. This I did not do. This I did not do. But this one I have done it. Clear? So all these things automatically done by the Power BI itself. So whenever you do something, it is writing a step here. Whenever it is doing something, it is going to be writing a step. Whenever it is doing something, it is going to be writing a step. So whenever you do any ETL operations, all the steps have been there. So if you wanted to remove this step, you can remove and it will go to the normal condition. So I wanted to again go and do something. For example, I wanted to go take first name and select this. I wanted to combine first name, middle name, last name, get the full name. So how to do? I have to go to home, check for some options. Is there any option where I can combine the data? Combining means merging. So go to transform. Is there anything where I can combine the data? There is a merge. Have you seen? So one command is there, I can merge. Merge means I can combine. Click on this. So it is giving me one offer. So separator, I wanted to have a space, Bhaskar space Jogi, and the new column name is called full name, right? And click on OK. Now what is going to be happening? First name, middle name, last name is removed. You will be able to get John space Y space Young, right? So this is the one thing that you have done it. So this is what is called merged columns. This step is included. So whenever you do any ETL steps, transformations, what is going to be happening? So in the query settings window, you will be able to get, this is one property where you can rename, and here you will be able to get ETL steps. You have done this step and you can also remove or you can also modify. For example, you have a small star symbol, click on this. So what is it you can give? If you give space, you are able to get the space, but you go here, I wanted to give comma, so you will be able to get a comma, John comma V comma Yang. You gain comma, this comma, comma, it will be there. That you can modify whatever you wanted to have. Clear? Or I don't need, I can remove the, it will go to the previous state. What is the meaning? First name, middle name, last name, you will be able to get it. Clear? Like that, every table has ETL steps. Already, these are automatically happened. So all these things been happened. So these are the ETL steps for each and everything. Now, you wanted to know from where you got this table. Is it from SQL Server table or is it coming from Excel? That you wanted to know. What you have to do? You have to click on customer, click on source. When you click on the source, it can tell you this data coming from Excel and this is the complete path, right? So if you click on the table, then you click on the source. When you click on the source, it will tell you whether it is Excel table or SQL table or what is the path from where you picked up this table. So that is what navigation means in Excel. Which sheet? I have a sheet called customer sheet. So Excel will have sheets, right? Which sheet you got the data, the next one promoted headers, lot of other things it is doing. Now go to account master table. You wanted to know from where you got this data from. You simply click on the source. You will be able to know it is SQL database and the server name is database name is called iBank. Clear? So you can easily understand from where you are getting these tables. Clear? I wanted to go, click on the source button. You will know it is SQL table. Click on sales. Now click on this, click on source. You will come to know it is coming from Excel. Right? So that is what you got to understand. Now, whenever for example I go, I'm able to do some transformations. What I do, I make everything into uppercase. Let me go, I make this into uppercase. How to make uppercase? I have to go to this and the format I am going to be making uppercase. When I'm doing something, if you observe carefully, one step got added, and if you observe carefully, it is what is called your M language. I told you one language automatically will be created. We never write. So this is what is called formula bar actually. So this is a formula bar where formula bar where M language, mashup language is automatically written. You can see the complete M language for this step. What is the M language? And this is the M language, it is automatically writing. For this step, you can also see some M language. So this I did not write. This is the complete M language for this step. You can see this complete M language. If you see this step, there is a M language, right? So everything is M language for each and every step. Whether I have done it or a Power BI is automatically doing, you will be able to see one step. This is what is called M language. Automatically Power BI is writing. So what are the things that you need to know? This is the queries window, and this is what is called query settings window, and where you can rename, you can see the ETL steps, and you will be able to get the formula bar. What bar? Formula bar, where you will be able to see the code for each and every step. This code will be there. When you click on this, you will be able to get some more code. So this is the code formula bar, and this is where, so whatever you do in this, you will be able to see the result set or output. So if you modify some changes, that you can see it here, right? If you do any changes there, automatically the output you will be able to see in this window. So these are the important windows that you have to know clearly, right? So now I wanted to tell you, I wanted to show you some more things. So for example, query settings window is not there, you have closed it. How to get this window? You need to go to view menu, click on query settings window, right? There is a formula bar. Have you seen this? If the formula bar is checked, you can see this. If this is unchecked, this will disappear. Now let me show you. Sometimes you don't have this, you don't have this, you don't have this also. Now you don't have a formula bar. What should I do? I have to go to which window? You have to go to view menu and click on formula bar. Click on query settings window. You will be able to get the query settings window. Now, if you wanted to know from where you got these tables, one is that you can go to source. That is one thing. The second one you can do, go to view menu. You can click on query dependencies. When you click on query dependencies, one more window will get opened. You just maximize, then you see from this Excel sheet, these three tables got loaded, right? And from iBank account master, BR master got loaded. You can know, UI using a graphical interface. You can understand from where you are able to get this data. And this Excel sheet is providing these three tables. So and these two tables are available from iBank database. Clear? So this is from SQL Server. Like that, you should be able to also get it. You can change the layout. I can want to have bottom to like this. I can change left to right. I can change whatever you wanted to have. You will be able to have, but default is this one. Okay, so you can simply you go home. If somebody asks you from where you got this, one is you can go to source. The easiest method, you can go to view menu, click on query dependency. This is the one, you can maximize it and you should be able to view it, right? And I wanted to go to customer table. For this step, this is the code. For this step, this is the code. I wanted to get complete M language code. I wanted to get complete M language code. All these steps will give you in single M language code. So M language is a mashup language invented by Microsoft. So you need not learn this M language and automatically which is going to be written by Power Query. You should not be worried about it. You need not, write this. If some interviewer asking you, do you know M language? I don't know M language, but I am able to understand what it is doing, but I cannot write M language. You can say like that because your aim in not to, understanding a new language that is useless. And remember that point. So I wanted to get the complete M language for this. There is an opportunity. Go to view menu. When you click on advanced editor, so the complete M language you can see for this table. This is the M language, complete M language for all the steps, right? I wanted to go get the complete M language for this. Where you need to go? You have to go to view menu and click on advanced editor. Click on what? Advanced editor. So click on this, the M language, complete M language for all these ETL steps. You have many ETL steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? For all these ETL steps, this is, this is the complete M language that you got to understand. Am I clear? So that's it and nothing more than that. So you have a lot of windows. What is home? What is transform? What is add column? All these things we'll discuss later. Now, when you close and apply, all the data will be loaded into the RAM. Now you need to understand one more point. So Ashok Reddy, you need to call 900007563 this number. Alright? If you make the payment, call this number. They will add you in the Telegram group. Am I clear? Right? So all these things you need to ask there. If you don't get videos, you need to ask. For any payment related work, you need to ask. If you want to get anything, ask there. So these are the numbers you need to call. Okay? Please. Chalo guys. Now I'm talking about we know Power Query and Power Pivot means these two things, right? And Power View means this one. So Power Query, now we are exploring in the Power Query. So how to go? You need to click on this. It opens a new window. Now we will be able to go and get the window. Now I'm able to simply go there. Now what you need to understand? Power Query. So customers, how many rows you have in customer table? Do you know? We have 18,000 plus rows. In customer table, how many rows we have? 18,000 rows. But Power Query is going to be getting column profiling based on top 1,000 rows. So Power Query is going to add how many rows here? Not 18,000 rows. It is going to be adding only 1,000 rows first. Remember this. Okay. Power Query always will not get all the data. Power Query is going to be loading only first 1,000 rows. How many columns you have? 5 columns and you have 397 rows only here. But right, customer product table you have 397, right? But if you go to a customer table, 17 columns are available. How many columns are available? 17 columns. 9999 plus rows are available. It is not able to count. Actually, 18,000 K rows are available. But how many rows it is going to be adding? So this table has these many rows, right? But Power Query is going to be adding first only 1,000 rows. Clear? So whatever the steps that you are doing, making, changes to uppercase, lowercase, or merging all the data, you are going to be doing only on the first 1,000 rows. But, remaining 17,000 rows are pending, right? So remaining data will not get changed. So this will get changed. This will get changed when you click on close and apply. When you click on close and apply, all the ETL steps will be applied on the remaining data also. For example, you're preparing a food. So this is your bowl. You have complete food here. Complete food is available here. What you do? You add some salt. You add some turmeric. So this is added to the first layer only. It is added to the first layer. The salt will not come to bottom layer. The spices will not come to bottom layer. What you do? You have to mix all of them. You have to mix all of them so that all the salt and everything will be going to all the food that is there like that. First, it will come to only 1000 rows where the application of the changes are going to happen. So remaining data, remaining things are still is not changed. So when you click on close and apply, this window will get closed. Apply means all the steps will get applied on the remaining 17k. First you applied on 1000, next 17, total 18,000 rows will be loaded into the RAM by applying what? All the ETL steps. That is what a Power Query is going to be doing. Clear? Power Query is not going to get all the data. Power Query is going to be getting only 1000 rows first, and later when you close and apply remaining data, it is going to be taking and applying all the transformations, and it is going to be loading all the data. Now let me tell you, it is taking only customer table 1000 rows. Now I am saying close and apply. So when I click on close and apply, now it is loading all the data. Where the data is getting loaded? It is loading into RAM of my computer. It is loading into RAM of my computer. That is what you got to understand. Okay. So all the data now loading. Now what is the size it is telling you, and how many rows it is added, it is telling you. Now you will be able to get all the data here. Clear? Now you have to understand this is a Power, BA desktop. You will be able to get this one, and you will be able to get, this is what is called canvas, where you will be able to drag and drop a lot of visualizations. These are the visualizations, and these are the data. This is the data, right? These are the visualizations. So what you need to do, you have to drag and drop one visualization, step number one. Then step number two, you have to drag and drop data. Step number three, you have to format. Format means change the font color, change the background color, give the border. You create thousands of reports. Only step number one, drag and drop visualization. Step number two, drag and drop data. Step number three, drag and drop, click on the visualization, do the formatting. Formatting window is this. That's it. So whether you create one report or 10,000 report, the steps are same. You have to get the data, transform the data, close and apply the data. Then you have to go to canvas and drag and drop visualization, drag and drop data and column, and format that, and after that you publish the report. That's it, nothing else. If you create one report, thousands of reports, these things are not going to change. Am I clear? So now you have to do, so this is what is called data modeling, that we'll understand later. And this is what is called data. You can see this is a model view. What is a model? You don't know, you'll understand later. This is a data view. You can see the data. So account master table, 64 rows. Customer table, as I told you, 18,000 plus rows. How many rows are there? You can see 18,484 rows are there. Clear? All the data got added from where? Now this data you are seeing from where? All the data you are seeing from the RAM, right? Because all the data from Excel, got loaded to the RAM. Now this data coming from RAM, all these tables are available where? In the RAM only. You cannot say I am getting the data from Excel sheet. No. The Excel data got added to the RAM. Now you're able to see all the data from the RAM. That is what you need to understand. Now complete data gone into RAM and it got compressed. Clear? So any limit for columns in Power Query? No limit as of now. Okay. You can have unlimited data. There is no problem. So all the data, you can go to products table. So how many rows you have? 379 rows are available. You have to click on this. You will be able to get the data, right? So now You need to click on sales table. How many rows you have? 60,390 rows are available. Click on this. Click on this. You will be able to get the data. This data coming from where? All the data coming from RAM of my computer, right? All the data already loaded from where? From Excel. You know who loaded this? ETL. Power Query loaded this. ETL already happened by Power Query. It is loaded into the RAM. It would have created a database called columnar database, and all the data would have been compressed, and this is how it is showing the data. That is what all of them you need to understand. So after loading the data, you can also do the data modeling, means primary key foreign key relationship. You don't understand now what is a primary key foreign key and everything, so we will understand later. Now you will be able to create lot of reports. You can do the data modeling, you can see the data, you can create a visualization, right? How many visualizations we have? We have around 200 plus visualizations are available, and no other BI tool has this. Clear? You need not write any coding here. Anybody can understand Power BI very, very easily. It is not at all complex. Okay, so that is what you have to know about Power Query and this one. Any questions you have, guys? If you have any questions, I will be able to answer.